Hello, Paul here. I'm going to show you today Zoho CRM tips for customizing your Zoho CRM based on 12 tips the team think that you should look at. I will break it out into times. If you're watching on YouTube or in my training, I will show where each lesson time starts, so you can jump to it if there's some things you're interested in or not. I will also mark if it's available on the free version or not, because some of these tips are only available for paid versions of Zoho CRM. They won't work on the free version, I'm afraid. But I will mark them in the lesson in the chapter list below, and I will just tag if it's available in the free version. Okay, so we're going to get straight into it. Right, let's begin. So use custom links to access information about your leads or contacts from a third-party application like Google or LinkedIn, right? So what you can do is create a button or a link within your contacts or your company accounts, which will jump you to a place you want to be. Now, the example says, and it's probably the most complicated example they could have thought of, how to go to a company's website by going via Google search. So this would be better if, say, Google a company, and you could do that, which is fine. I'm not really sure how to do that because I don't think you need to do it. Because the coding is ridiculous. So what is a better option is to do a link to something like someone's Twitter page or to their LinkedIn profile, right? So what you can do, let's go with Twitter, even though I know, let's put mine in. I know that it already works here, right? So it's a link like this that will jump you to the Twitter page, right? So what we want to do though is add a link up in the top here, or a button maybe at the top. There's two ways of doing it. You can add a button, you can add it straight from there, or you can go, that will add the link, or you can go set up modules and fields, find your contacts, what you want to do, and then links and buttons. And you can create a link and a button, right? So let's create a new link. It'll open that same box we had before, and let's just call it Twitter profile. Yeah, show Twitter profile. So all you have to do here to build your link is to say, where do you want it to go to? So I want it to go to http://twitter.com/, and then I'm going to add Twitter, the Twitter field, right? In contacts. Of course, it's in alphabetical, and that'll just put this £, and then in brackets contacts Twitter, right? So what that will do with, for every single one that's got Twitter, I'm going to have a link now that's going to show in the contact. I don't know which one I've just edited. With this one. Come on. I know I've clicked it. It's doing something at the top. Here we go. So we know it's got Twitter, and then down in this bottom corner now, it's going to say Twitter profile. So when I click here, it jumps me straight to the Twitter profile. So if I go to another contact, say this one, they haven't got a Twitter profile, so this is not going to go anywhere. It's just going to go to Twitter, right? So if I go here and add, I don't know, BBC. Yes, I can click it here, but I can also click here now, right? So, did you know you can pause Zia reminders at times when you won't be able to follow up? So if you're too busy with Zia's just constantly giving you tasks and notifications and saying, and you know that you're going to be busy for a few hours or something, go to setup, Zia, and Zia reminder, allow notifications, or you can pause notifications between notifications every day if you don't want to do them every day, or you can just turn notifications off, or you can turn them on and say, don't show me any today or Monday. Don't show anything between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. You don't want to be bothered in afternoons. Whatever you can check you want, you can tell Zia to not send you notifications, not to keep poking you when you're not available. So you can turn it on most days. You might just say, I'm not interested between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. I just get on with my stuff. Then you can start reminding me. But that's up to you. But you can pause notifications. So email address, passport number, social security numbers are unique for each person. Create such unique fields and avoid duplicate records. So anything where you've got unique identifiers where only one person can have that information in their system, like an email address or a passport. And what you can do is later down you can tie these things together in databases to make sure you get the right person. So these are unique identifier fields. These are employee numbers, customer numbers, like say social security. So really quickly how to do that is you're going to go into your settings again, go to modules and fields, whatever the module is that you're going to enter, contacts, standard, or whatever you've got, and you're going to have I'm going to remove this because I just added it as a test. You're going to have your fields, right? So let's say we want to make sure that you can only enter an email for one customer contact and not be able to use that email again in another contact. So you go here, do not allow duplicate values. I've already ticked it, right? So I'm going to tick that. So it's unique. All of a sudden it'll say unique there. So you can also add another. So let's go number and say employee number. I'll put ID, but it's going to be a set, right? Can't change it straight away. Oh, you can. Edit properties. Do not allow duplicate values here. Information. Enabling this checkbox will prevent the creation of a duplicate record. A new record cannot be created with existing employee number. So we just tick that, and it's going to say unique. And email address, unique. So these can only be entered once in your database. And it stops people from being able to re-enter something or miss data entry. It's going to say that already exists. That email already exists. So that's how you do a unique field. Right, customize the deal stage pick list values in your Zoho CRM account based on your sales process. So when you go to your deals, you might not call it qualification, needs analysis, value proposition, ID decision makers. You might not want this, and you may not agree with the probability here, like 20%, 40%, 60%. You can change that. So edit modules and fields, deals, standard, and then you're going to find your stage right here, stage, and you can stage probability mapping. So you can change this. This is where you can change qualification. You might say this is research, and it's a 5% chance of closing. Needs analysis, team research. Oh man, team research, and say that's 15%, right? Value proposition might just be contact customer. You might not want all these fancy names. 30%. ID decision maker. Set meeting. 60% proposal quote. You might call them quote sent. Right? Done. Save. And now when you go back to your deals, it's in your lingo, research, top team research, contact customer, set meeting, quote send, right? Change it to whatever works for you. I don't like, if you're ever trying to explain what ID decision maker means or needs analysis or whatever the other one was, change it to what you make sense. If you call them prospects, prospect sense. If you call it quote or whatever you call it, I've changed this. Look, waiting on mortgage. I've done this trip already. Change it to however you need to get your funnel start to finish. How do they start? to how do they get to close to 1. You decide your funnel steps and what makes sense to you and your salespeople. Cool? Right, create dependencies between fields where there will be a parent or controlling pick list field and a child or dependent pick list field. The parent field would control the value of the child field. Right, so this is the example they give is like name the state, and then obviously you can only pick certain cities, or name the country and you can only pick certain counties or something like that. So let's go through it. So we're going to do, like, we need 2 pick lists. So let's go to modules and fields. Let's edit the account. So in accounts, we're going to go standard. We're going to do a pick list of, where's pick list? Pick list, right? And we're going to call it customer type, right? Customer type. I work with a lot of security companies, so it's easier for me to do it like this, to go commercial, commercial, I really need glasses, residential, government, non profit. Just leave it like that. So whatever you've got, right? So you've got a certain different types of things, right? It doesn't have to be required, or it could be required. So we've got a customer type. Now I'm going to do another pick list and say customer discount, free parts, 25% discount. Come on. Free service. 50% discount, right? So just imagine that you basically say, when you sign somebody up, I don't know if I saved that last one, did I? Sorry. So when you sign somebody up, they've got these options, right? So I'm going to save this and I'm going to go back to modules and fields, map dependency fields here. Look, standard, map dependency fields, add new. And I'm going to go account type as the parent field, and then the customer discount as the dependent field, right? So that's the child field. So now I've got those options of let me go back because that's not the right. Let me go new again. Customer type. Did I put account type? Yeah, customer type and then discount, customer discount. Here we go. So now I will have commercial, residential, government, and if none, then no discounts applied. Commercial customers can have a 25% and a how do I do it on a Mac? Command. There you go, command. I think on a Windows you press Shift to select, or you press Control. On a Mac you press Command. A residential customer might be free parts. They can either have free parts or free service, and government get 50% discount just because they always do, right? So when you now go there and go to your accounts, so if I pick this account here, when I'm on customer type with nothing, so here there's no options on none, right? When nothing's selected, there's no options. But the minute I go and edit this, come on. Yeah, maybe I have to go edit up here and give it a customer type of commercial. The options I get are the 2 that we picked. Whereas the residential gets either free parts or free service. Which one do they want? Government, they've only got a choice of 50% discount. Non-profit. I didn't actually select anything for non-profit, so they get everything. Right? So that's how to do it. That's how you go in and make one dependent pick list, one pick list change the values or the options of another. That's a really cool feature. Customize your search results layout to display a set of columns that you prefer. Now, on my Zoho at the minute, search isn't working properly. So hopefully he'll fix it by the time you come to it, or even by the time I come to publish and I'll re-record this. So if I try and find Simon, oh, it's working now. Simonton and search. Oh, it's working now. It's all right. I might not want these fields, so I can go here. Oh, and edit this, right? So what do I need in here? I want to see created by. I want to see who's put this in. Date of birth. I don't want to see date of birth. First name maybe. Save. So I could change what's being shown. I can change in accounts, parent account, or the account number. You know, I can change things within the search to show exactly what I need. So mobile. It's already got phone number. I'm not going to have mobile. Title, Mr., Mrs. I guess you can drag them about as well. So if you want to edit it around and change it, you can. You just have to tick this little grey down arrow and change whatever you want. Use smaller but very useful time-saving options in module customization that you may not have noticed and which could make your job easier. So I'm not going to do this as individual videos, but if you need me to, just comment and I will create one. Add fields to other layouts. So if you've got separate layouts for different reasons, for different people, you can make the same fields available across the layouts to different places. So you can make it show in other sections. So that's basically here. Basically, if you'll see in mine, I've just got a standard layout. Modules and fields. Let's go contacts. So if here you've got standard, but you've also got, you know, installs, where you don't want to show them everything, you can then set up a customized layout that only shows certain information, but you can also add the original layout it shows, or you can share customized tabs or modules, right? That'll make complete sense. Hopefully it sounds a little bit better than I tried to explain it. Also create fields for account, contact, deal. When you create a new field in the leads module, say subscription date, you may need the same field across accounts, contacts, deals. This matters during lead conversion so that the fields can be mapped properly. So if you've got a lead, when you're doing leads, so whereabouts do you add this? In the field property under also create. Yeah, so let's just go look at it. So what it's saying is, in your lead section, before you convert them to a customer, you may want to say this piece of information will appear in other areas, right? So let's go. Let me just make sure where that was. Field the saves trouble in field properties, right? So field mark. If you go to fields here, and then field permissions, no, field listing. Can I click on that? Create or edit fields. Here we go. Oh, I was in the right place before, wasn't I? So you might want to say industry, edit properties. Let me just. As you create the field in lead mode. Oh, so I'm gonna have to add one in the field properties popped under. Also create for section. Okay, so we need to create a field. You'd still think you'd be able to edit one, wouldn't you? So let's go single line. Customer type, right? You might put that there, and then in edit properties, as it converts, you can say I need this field to be in all of these areas. I need it to show on the accounts, and I need it to show in contacts. So I need customer type or whatever it is. Might be lead source. There's already a lead source. Lead number. lead reference, something like that, if you could spell it properly. And as I say, edit properties and then say, I need this information to show up in accounts, contacts, and deal. So when you convert it, it goes across, right? Import predefined pick list as an option. So when you're doing pick list properties, you can do add options in bulk. So let's go back into leads. Let's drop a pick list in. Add options in bulk. From predefined choices, from unused value, or manual entry. So from predefined, so countries. Oh, that's cool. So you can obviously pick what you need. Day of the week, month of the year, countries, add it. So this one now is countries. And get rid of option 1 and option 2. And then when you're done, you've now got a pick list. When I go to save, that will say leads, Testeruni. The countries will be a pick list of all the countries. So that's really cool, isn't it? And that's it. So that's a nice funky little. Oh no, it's not. Let me go back. Oh man. Where are we? Countries, predefined. Oh, it was it. So yeah, that's that lesson. So use custom button to execute unique action and work faster. So it's a little bit like creating a link. You want to put in at the top of the page here a button that does something. I don't know the coding ways of doing this, but you know, so if I went to contacts again, in links and buttons, if it was like this Twitter profile again, you could just go new button, show Twitter profile. From here, you're going to say where would you like to place the button. So we're going to do create a clone. So what you can do is click here and it'll show you custom button at the top there. I want it to be on next to edit page there, or view page at the top, so you can choose where you want it to show. And then what do you want it to do? So you've got a gallery of things that you can do. There's not really a great choice there. Existing actions, if you've got any actions in, any functions that you've programmed, these are the bits where they're funky. You can write a function to say create a new quote, do something like that, but that's a bit going deeper. I'm going to put invoke a URL, right? And the same as before, we're going to go HTTPS Twitter / and then we're going to go down. Let's just type it in this time, Twitter, and we're going to go in a new tab, and which profile should see this button. So you can decide who does or doesn't see it. Save it. So now when I go to contacts and pick a contact, at the top it's going to say no. Did I do it in contacts or did I do it in leads? So Twitter profile. Oh, you know what? I clicked it when it's in edit, right? Save and close. Oh man, where did I put it? Hold on. I just flew through that and didn't really check. So go back, contacts, links and buttons. Oh, it's the create or clone. I didn't want to put it there. What I wanted to put it was view page, view place, custom button, list view, related list, create clone page, edit page. Let's put it in view. I'm pretty sure that will show. Contacts. Show Twitter, so it is there. So just be careful where you put it. Don't want to kill anything if you put it in the wrong place. So now when I go to show Twitter, it's going to jump to that Twitter handle of whoever that is. So you can just add a button. Yes, it's cooler if you do something coding that says create quote, which would be the same as doing it over here and adding, but you could do something up here to change. So funky, cool. It's a little bit more coding if you want to do something a bit more than just jump into links. Customize the business card views to keep up to 5 fields that matter to you the most. So this is when you go to a contact, you've got 5 fields here that you can say that you use or you don't. So for instance, phone and mobile, I only use phone. Well, this one I only use. So you go up here, customize business card, and just drop out your 5 you don't want. You don't need mobile. You might want to put in created by. You might want to put in Twitter. Move it up. Maybe you just do more work on Twitter than it. Okay, got it. Oh, could I have more than 5? Oh, right. Let's get rid. I thought I got rid of the department. Save. And now it'll change to Twitter, phone number created by. So these 5 fields, whatever you want is the most important to you as you're jumping around. Edit them. Just go up here, customize business card, and whatever 5 are showing here will be the 5 that are showing there. All right, so if you have 2 layouts under the leads module, say residential leads and commercial leads, while converting them, make sure that they are mapped to the same layouts of contacts and accounts, right? So what that means is if you've got, when you set up your leads and you do a new lead, you have different options here. You've got residential, so you ask for different information. Commercial, you ask for different information. When you convert them to a customer, a contact and an account, you want to make sure the fields are the same or that are mapped to, say you've got accounts and you've got commercial, and again you've got a commercial and a residential. You want to make sure they're mapped together. So what you do is you go set up modules and fields, you go leads, just highlight it, lead conversion mapping, and it's going to say which one are you doing. We're going to do commercial. We're going to make sure commercial points to commercial in account, and in contact I've only got standard here, and save. I'm going to make sure that residential is tagged to residential, and save. And then standard, standard goes to standard anyway. So when you highlight them, you can see what they pick. And if you've changed anything, just save it. And if you've got anything funky you need to do with mapping wise. So that's how you make sure that when you convert a commercial lead, it becomes a commercial account and contact. In that, if you've got custom layouts, cool. Make the best use of your list views by creating and modifying custom views and sorting your records to see only information you want. So let's go to contacts. So here's your list. So in here we can edit or change the contacts, right? Or we can create a new view. So that's obviously all contacts, right? Let's go edit. Oh, sorry. Let's go and create a new view. And you might just call it new contacts. And, you know, you're going to put something like created time. So created date. Not created time. Is it created date? It might not be great. Let's do new imports. So we imported some contacts yesterday. And I'm just going to do tags, and is import 2019. And I just want to see first name and last name and email. I'm not too worried about phone number. And I'm going to save it. So then when I run it, it's just going to show me all those ones that I imported yesterday under that tag. I may want to add the tag just to prove it's there. Oh, yeah. So you can change and edit up here, create a view, filter views, change the columns, you know, edit. So this new import, or the tag went automatically. You can create and edit your views as suit you the best. So make sure that this view is just showing you what you need. Obviously all contacts is there, but you might want contacts with no phone numbers, or you might want something to do next, or just make the views work for you the best it can by editing the views up here. Look, cool. Last one is create many-to-many associations between two modules in Zoho CRM with the help of multi-select lookup. It's really cool that they say that you can do it for multiple contacts working for a company, and you can. What you can do is add a field on a lookup that allows you to tag somebody to multiple companies. So here, look, multiple companies. You can edit that and make it so that that person is tagged to more than one company. It then says you could show their information. It doesn't show. So I need to look into that a bit deeper. So that bottom one there, create many associations between two modules. I like it. I need to go deeper into how that works and if it works the same way they say it is. Because as far as I can see, it didn't work the same as this video. So I'm not going to fully dive into that one. I may create a separate video for many-to-many, but I will come back to that. So I hope that helped. 12, well 11 because the last one didn't work. Zoho CRM's tips, I've created them into videos for you to try and make them a bit more human. I'll go through the other tabs as well. But I hope this helps. Any questions, any comments, leave them. If you're in the training or in the forum, just fire away. Cheers.